Hi, in this lesson we'll talk about tuple in Python. So tuple is the same like list, but the main difference is it's unchangeable. And tuple is written in parentheses and comma separated, same as list. So let's see an example. I'll create tuple 1 equal to, and inside I would have some numbers like 1, 2, 3, for example. Yeah. Or I can change it to some strings like A, so A, B, C, and something like that. So for creating a tuple, you just need to seize this example, and as you can see, we define different comma separated values in parentheses and make sure once it's declared, it can't be changed. I have created a tuple here. I can print it now. Yeah, it will be print tuple 1 like this, and then if I run it, I get this tuple. The same can be done with numbers. A tuple can be accessible by its index or by position. So let's see a diagram for better understanding. It's here. Yeah. So as you can see, we have also seen lists, positive and negative indexes, and we use them to access to some elements inside the tuple. Yeah, so let's see an example. We have this tuple, and we want to access the first element. So we would use tuple 1, and with index 0. Yeah, if I run it, I get 8. Yeah, if I would use index like 2, for example, yeah, I would get C. Now let's talk about adding or appending or changing a tuple. Yeah, so as we talked, tuples are unchangeable. Yeah, so once we create a tuple, it can't be changed. Yeah, if we try to change something, like for example, we say that tuple 1 with index 2 would be equal to something else, like F. If I run it, yeah, I get an error. Yeah, because tuple can't be changed. So tuples are called immutable. We talked about what is mutable and what is immutable. So basically, immutable is can't be changed. Now let's try to delete or pop tuple elements. So we can only perform deletion operation on the entire tuple. Yeah, but we can't delete a separate item because it's unchangeable. Yeah, if we want to delete entire tuple, let's firstly print it. Yeah, so print tuple, and then let's try to delete it. Tuple 1, and again print it. Tuple 1 like this. If I run it, yeah, I get an error because it's not defined, and it would be in the last line. So here I printed it okay firstly, but after I deleted it, I can't print it. So if we use one or more tuples, they can be joined using a concatenation operator and repetition using a replication operator. Yeah, so the same as we've done with lists. So let's try this. So let's create tuple 1 would be equal to this, but plus, and let's use here another tuple. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. If I print it, print tuple 1 like this. Yeah, I get a tuple of all of those elements. And then I can also use repetition operator. Yeah, so it would be like multiply. Yeah, so if I multiply it by 2, for example, I would have. I forgot to print it. Yeah, tuple 1 like this. Yeah, so I get the same letters 2 times. Because I have multiplied basically every letter 2 times. Let's talk about slicing of tuple now. So we did slicing of a list. Tuples can also do the same. So we have the same tuple, and we want to, for example, slice it from index 2 to 5. So I would do print tuple 1, and with index from 2 to 5 like this. but I need to increase now my tuple to do slicing. So it would be D, E, let's do F, and G here. Yeah, if I run it and slice it from index 2 to 5, it would start with third element and do till this element E, yeah. We can also slice in depth, so we would here use 3 indexes, and it would work like this. So if I use, for example, 0, 6, and 2, like this. So what it would do is it would return every second item, yeah, so from 0 to 6 in this example. Yeah, so if we would use here not 2 but for example 3, it would return every third item inside those indexes. Yeah, we can also use negative indexes, like for example -1 to reverse it. It would be like this, -1, yeah, and then it would start from G and end with A. Yeah, so we reversed it. Yeah, so we used negative index to reverse it basically. And then let's look at length of the tuple. Yeah, so length can be found with the same method. So it's len, yeah, but inside we use name of the tuple, tuple1 for example. If I run it, I get length of it. Yeah, so how many elements does it have? Yeah, we can also use in operator the same that we used in lists, or we can use also not in, yeah, to check if the item is not inside the tuple. Let's see some example with if. So if, for example, A in tuple1, we would print, for example, available. Yeah, so it's available. If we would use, for example, not in, and change the letter to, for example, R, and here we would then change to not available, yeah, because it's not in, we would get not available. Yeah, we can also iterate tuple using a loop, as we did with list. To do it, you use just normal for loop, and in the same way we did with the list. Yeah, so we would use for example, let's in tuple1, we would print this let. Yeah, so it stands for letter. Yeah, so we get each letter now in separate line. Oops. Yeah, like this. Yeah, so that's basically it for the tuples. Thank you for the lesson and see you in the next one.